here it is after the election, and Tommy Robinson loses the election, but not his optimism. And that is the most important thing. Now, we know that the deck was really stacked against him, and that the leftists were trying their best to spread their lies, and even monkeying with the mail. This is just how far they're willing to go to try to do dirty, illegal tricks to win elections. The leftists will go as far as they can. They'll go until someone stops them. And so far, the conservatives have not been working hard enough to make sure everything is fair and equal. Of course, there are some conservatives who are actually leftists that have been infiltrating the conservative camp. And I guess that problem is even worse in the UK than it is in America. But it's pretty bad in America too. So yes, Tommy Robinson faced a ton of opposition from everybody. So, and there were also other factors. So obviously, his election campaign was being meddled with very badly and very illegally. So there's like a dozen ways and that happened. And second of all, he only had like a month or so, maybe a month and a half. I mean, usually here in the States, whenever they have an election, like the congressmen, the senators, the presidents, they have probably close to a year, if not at least 6 months or so. So I feel that since the election was so fast, I mean, especially since he has to go door to door, he could have done better if he had more time to prepare, more time to plan, more time to go door to door, and especially like anticipating all these problems, like I said, especially with the mail and all that. But also, since it was very recently that he lost his social media, I don't think he has had time to regroup. I mean, he has his other accounts, but he needed more time to regroup and re-strategize, how to reach his audience. So I think that also played a factor. Another factor is that Tommy's fans are spread all over England and all over the world, and so they're not necessarily all in that one district that he was running in. So that's why, he has, millions of fans, and but not all of his super fans lived in that certain district, in which, is Ezra pointed out in the live stream last night. So these are a lot of factors that go into it. But the bottom line is that Tommy's not giving up, and we're not giving up. And, this is just the beginning. I mean, after all, the conservatives and the nationalist populists made huge wins all over Europe, which is amazing, and we'll talk about that in the next video. But, so it's really a very, very, very thrilling night for the people. I mean, yes, maybe the leftists did keep Tommy Robinson down, so we don't like that, but we know this movement is bigger than just one man, bigger than one election. And after all, I said, look at Marine Le Pen. She lost to Macron a couple years ago, and today her party has just beat him, and he's practically on his way out and resigned. And also, I'm sure everybody in the UK is excited, all the conservatives are excited that Theresa May is leaving, so that should help. It's steps in the right direction. The Brexit party's in there. I mean, maybe they're not as conservative as UKIP, but we'll keep hoping, and we'll hope they can do some good for the people. And Brexit and Theresa May gone, that's a couple steps in the right direction, so we'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, Tommy Robinson's still young. There are still many more elections to come. So, and final thought is that the leftists should take a lesson from watching us lose gracefully. We're not out in the streets screaming, no, at the top of our lungs like they are. We're not, having big boo-hoo parties. We're not going to therapy the day after Tommy Robinson loses the election. We don't need safe spaces because we're not insane. We are normal people. And when normal people lose an election, we're like, okay, we did our best, but we're not giving up the fight. We'll come back and, run for election again another time. That's how normal people handle their emotions when they lose an election. Sure, they're a little sad, a little glum, a little disappointed, but they don't throw fits. They don't go mad. So the left really needs to improve on their sportsmanship. And see, we're even sportsmanship-like whenever we lose unfairly, with plenty of election meddling. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Keep keep fighting the good fight, and we will never give up. Let freedom ring.